Hi, welcome to Agile Mania. Today we have come up with best 15 Scrum Master interview questions. Please subscribe before going ahead. 1. Introduce yourself. Answer: Hello, my name is XYZ and I am a certified Scrum Master with 10 years of experience in Agile methodologies. I have successfully facilitated Scrum processes across multiple teams, ensuring smooth Agile transformation and continuous improvement. My expertise lies in fostering collaboration, removing impediments, and guiding teams toward high performance through Agile best practices. I am passionate about enabling teams to deliver high-value products while maintaining a healthy and sustainable work environment. 2. How many Scrum teams are you handling currently? Answer: Currently, I am handling 2 Scrum teams. Each team operates independently but follows the core Agile principles. I facilitate their sprint ceremonies, track their progress, and ensure continuous delivery while addressing any blockers they face. Additionally, I work closely with product owners, developers, and stakeholders to optimize team performance and ensure alignment with business goals. 3. How many members are there in your Scrum team? How many developers and testers? Answer: In my current Scrum teams, we follow the recommended team size of 6 to 9 members. Typically, we have around 3 developers and 4 testers. Apart from them, the team consists of a product owner and me as the Scrum Master. The cross-functional nature of the team allows us to deliver high-quality increments every sprint while ensuring collaboration and shared ownership of the work. 4. What is the capacity for both teams? How did you calculate the capacity? Answer: Capacity is calculated based on the team's available working hours during the sprint. We consider factors like planned leaves, public holidays, and other commitments. For example, if a team consists of 7 members, and each has 6 productive hours per day in a 2-week sprint, total capacity equals 7 members 6 hours/day 10 days equals 420 hours. Then, we adjust for planned leaves and buffer time to derive the effective capacity. 5. What is the average velocity of the team? How did you calculate it? Answer: Velocity is calculated by averaging the total completed story points over the past 3 to 5 sprints. If a team delivered 40, 42, 38, and 45 story points in the last 4 sprints, then, average velocity equals 40 plus 42 plus 38 plus 45. 4 equals 41.25 story points per sprint. This helps us in forecasting and setting realistic sprint commitments. 6. What is the correlation between capacity and velocity? Answer: Capacity represents the available effort, hours or days, while velocity is the outcome of that effort, story points delivered. A consistent team velocity allows us to better predict sprint planning, but it should always be balanced with capacity considerations. For example, if a team's capacity reduces due to planned leaves, it is natural for velocity to dip accordingly. 7. How do you do sprint planning? Using capacity or velocity or both? Answer: I use a combination of both. Velocity helps us understand historical performance and realistic commitments, while capacity ensures we account for actual availability. If capacity is lower than usual due to vacations, we scale back our commitment instead of blindly relying on velocity. For example, if a team's velocity is 40 but the capacity is reduced by 20%, then we adjust our sprint backlog to accommodate 32 story points instead. 8. If you have a completely new team, how do you determine how much work to give them? Answer: For new teams, we follow an experimental approach, starting with smaller commitments and gradually improving estimations based on observed performance. For example, in the first sprint, we may estimate a conservative 20 to 25 story points and then adjust based on actual completion. Retrospectives help refine this over time. 9. In your organization, what is 1 SP equal to? Answer: In my organization we do not measure story points in terms of hours of work. Story points are relative estimations rather than absolute time measurements, and they account for complexity, effort, and risk. 10. How do you handle common vacations, unplanned leaves, and emergencies? Answer: I ensure proactive planning by factoring known vacations into capacity planning and keeping a buffer for unplanned leaves. If an emergency arises mid-sprint, we re-evaluate the sprint scope and adjust work distribution to maintain a sustainable pace. 11. What is focus factor and what is buffer? Is there any difference between them? Answer: focus factor equals effective working hours, available hours. Buffer equals reserved capacity to handle unforeseen work or risks. While focus factor ensures realistic planning, buffer prevents overcommitment. 12. If your manager wants you to increase velocity, how will you respond? Answer: I will emphasize that velocity should be an outcome of team efficiency, not an imposed target. Instead, I will focus on improving team collaboration, removing blockers, and optimizing workflows to enhance productivity organically. 13. If the team's velocity is 40 SP but capacity is reduced by 20%, how will you adjust sprint commitment? Answer: with a 20% reduction, capacity adjusted velocity equals 40 times 20% equals 32 SP. Hence, I will ensure the team commits to around 32 SP instead of the full 40. 14. If your team frequently overcommits and fails to complete sprints, how will you use capacity planning to fix it? Answer: I will analyze past sprint data, compare estimated versus actual completion, and ensure commitments align with real capacity. Educating the team on sustainable commitments and monitoring progress through burn-down charts will help address overcommitment. 15. Tell me a practical scenario where you made a change that led to positive outcomes. Answer: in one team, we faced recurring carryover work. By introducing a stricter work in progress (WIP) limit and better backlog grooming, we improved sprint completion rates by 30% within 3 months. That's all for today. Please subscribe for more content on Agile and Scrum.